Oh, fuck! Oh, come on! Bash. I need a PvP trinket, guys. Holy crap. These blinds are ridiculous, boys. These blinds are fucking ridiculous. Oh, no damage, man. So, like, it's crazy. I just don't do damage. The CC is actually nuts, but you actually just don't do damage. I don't understand. And that's like, how much armor do boomkins have? I'm gonna try a different spec actually. Did I do it with DK? I'll do it with DK after. I'm gonna try winning as a rogue for a bit. I'm trying to learn the rotation a little bit better, but I'm gonna try this one here. Yeah, I'm gonna try to roll the bones. I'm gonna try to roll the bones. This might be better, guys. Let's try this spec. Fuck. Haste increased by that. No damage, boys. Holy fuck. What the fuck? What just killed me? What was that, guys? Collapsing stars. Burns the target for 2-minute cooldown. Burns the target for 1 spell storm damage and then additional 1 damage per second or until your power is exhausted. Huh. Yeah, you don't get poisoned as a you don't get poisoned as outlaw rogue, guys. You do not get poisoned as outlaw rogue. Who gets up Swift Mend? Who gets up Swift Mend? Yeah, like any self healing is just crazy right now. Like warriors, you can heal from like 50%, guys. 50% every. Fuck, I banned the wrong person. My bad. Unban 7. All right. I'm trying one more, guys. I want to try and get the rotation down or something. I don't know. Roll the bone seems really bad though. I'm gonna do Ghostly Strike. This. Alright. We'll try this spec here, guys. We'll try this spec. Get a barrage. See how this goes. The fuck? Holy fuck, man. Gotta be kidding me. I'm fucking toast here, guys. Oh, fuck it. Oh, fuck. Hit the wrong button there. "20-second blinds, boys. 20-second blinds."
Still recharging.
Oh, fuck. I was gonna... I'm not using Ghostly Strike. I keep forgetting about Ghostly Strike. My bad.
Ready yet.
Oh, I'm fucking dead here. Ay, 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 ay. I could have blinded him. I want to try and kill him there. I could actually win if you guys want to watch. Like, if I could be like super patient for like 10 minutes, I could win, boys. I could win. Cause yeah, but that's rogue for you right now. Like, that's like the best spec I could go to. Like, I don't know what other spec I can go. I could use Ghostly Strike a lot more. Maybe like do good killing sprees, but that's about it, man. I'll play my DK after this, guys. I'll play my DK after this. Don't worry. I'm just gonna keep trying a few stuff. I'll go DK after this. I just want to keep trying some rotations and stuff. You know, see if I could make it work. I think we can make it work, guys. I think we might be able to make it work, maybe. Change glyphs, Kappa. Is sub available? No, only I'll try DFA. What the fuck? Sick DFA. Okay, I just died.
The Black Temple. Now, this one is mostly epic due to the anticipation and also lore significance. I mean, originally Black Temple was the main raid in the Burning Crusade, but lore-wise it used to be the ancient temple of Karabor that was later on taken by the Orcs, then the Burning Legion, then by defeating Magteridon, Illidan got his hands on it and made it into his own headquarters. Now, the epicness of this raid wasn't because of the insane, super fun boss mechanics, but mostly just the anticipation and the scale of everything. I mean, ever since the famous "you are not prepared," everyone was preparing to fight Illidan, and in the Black Temple you finally could actually do that. Now, the temple itself is massive and you have to climb all the way to the top and go through all these chambers to find Illidan. And in this raid, many storylines collide, such as the one with Maiev and Akama as well, and most importantly, Illidan's storyline that has been building up in the game since Warcraft 3. Now, many cool bosses were in this raid as well, such as Terran Gorefiend, who is known to be the first Death Knight ever, and also it is possible to get Illidan's legendary weapons, the Warglaives of Azeroth, as an equipable item. However, the chances for that are very slim, but still a lot of people do actually have them. Number 4. Naxxramas. Now, Naxxramas is an ancient Nerubian ziggurat that was taken by the Scourge and later on used by Kel'Thuzad as his main base of operation. Now, the raid itself, however, was first introduced in a patch just before the release of the Burning Crusade expansion, and it was known as the hardest raid around as it required 40 well-equipped, skilled players that worked in perfect coordination in order to complete it, so most of the WoW player base never actually managed to get it done at that level. And by many players, this raid is considered to be one of the best ones out there, as it was designed in a very specific way, and every boss kinda had like a completely different tactic of their own, and in order to finish it, the raid required perfect execution by all raid members. And later on in Wrath of the Lich King, it was moved to Northrend, floating above Dragonblight, although it was one of the entry raids and it never really turned out to be what it was before, but Nevertheless, it was still pretty fun, and it was so popular within the community that Blizzard even decided to make an expansion around this raid in their card game Hearthstone, and they had all the same bosses and different unlockable wings together with heroic mode and all of that stuff. Number 3. Karazhan. Now definitely one of the best atmospheric raids and most interesting as well. With the multiple floor build and the amazing music, this raid is one of the most favorite amongst all of the World of Warcraft players. Now originally the tower was housing the great Medivh, the Guardian of Tirisfal, who got corrupted and then got killed off by Anduin at Khadgar, and after his death a mysterious curse swept through the nearby lands, and that's why pretty much everything is dark around there. Now later on the mages of Dalaran sent people to investigate and find useful research documents, and that is when they discovered Aetish, the great staff of the Guardian. And the raid itself was an entry raid for the Burning Crusade, so it was one of the most played at the time, and the main reason why it was so interesting is because of its uniqueness and just the atmosphere itself. Now immediately when you walk in, you hear this creepy music and you see all these ghosts just living their lives as if nothing really happened there. And there is also an entire random boss fight that comes through the play scene. Also the famous chest event that presented the battle between Blackhand, Warchief of the Horde and Lane Vryn. And apart from that, you always had like a feeling you were climbing up as like this castle and you were going towards a giant dragon that you're going to fight. So all in all, this raid is considered to be one of the best ones, mostly due to its uniqueness, atmosphere and lore significance. Number 2. The Icecrown Citadel. Now probably one of the most iconic raids of all time and one of the most story relevant. Now Icecrown Citadel was the final raid in Wrath of the Lich King and also the fortress of the Lich King himself, which was the main villain at the time. Now in my opinion, this is the only raid and maybe the only expansion so far where you actually had a feel you were fighting the Lich King and that he was a direct threat to the world and that every action against Artist kinda made an effect. So it was something completely different. You really just had this feel you were fighting a greater evil and there was an actual threat to the world. It wasn't just like in Cataclysm. Even though, for example, Deathwing was amazing, he still wasn't that much of a threat, even though lore-wise he was. But in Wrath of the Lich King, there was just this feel about it with Arthas, and the Icecrown Citadel was the peak of it. Now, just entering the Icecrown Citadel was amazing. You had all these giant skeletons and spiders defending the entrance, and then just like with Karazhan, you had this multiple floor thing, which leads to the final encounter, and that was the Lich King. Now, this isn't just a regular raid or just like a minor boss. This is Arthas, I mean the one who destroyed the entirety of Lordaeron and took over Northrend and made the Scourge to what it was, pretty much a major threat to the entire world and a force of its own, completely splitting apart from the Burning Legion. Now ever since Warcraft 3, the story has just been building up, so it finally can be finished in this raid, and once you get to the top, you actually had the feeling you were at the top of the world and at the throne of the Lich King, the evil himself. And after a long fight together with Tyrion, Arthas was finally defeated. And thus the entire storyline, which was one of the most important storylines in the entire Warcraft universe, finally ended.
King rules forever, my son.
I see only darkness before me.
And lastly, number 1, Ulduar. Now the reason why this is number 1 on the list is because it like matches all of these qualities that I've considered for this list. So mechanics, atmosphere and the lore, and also the receival of the community. Now it came out in a patch during Wrath of the Lich King expansion, and soon it turned out to be, as a lot of people call it, the peak of the World of Warcraft raiding. Now it is an ancient titan complex located in Storm Peaks, and the entire thing is just an addition to the still ongoing story of the Titans and how they got to this world and how they pretty much made this world as it is. Now the raid itself though had multiple bosses, and every boss was just like a completely different thing. Now both mechanics wise and environment wise, and the entire thing felt like a part of something. It wasn't just like one of those raids or dungeons where you just go there, fight bosses just standing there and waiting for you to attack them, and they aren't really nothing more than just obstacles that you have to complete in order to finish the raid. While in Ulduar it was completely different. I mean, you were fighting all these crazy bosses, these constructs, Titan Watchers, dragons, and all in their own chambers that matched the entire thing. And apart from that, it felt like it was made for the Titans. I mean, everything in Ulduar was giant, and you had all these massive doorways and walls that made you feel like an ant in the entire thing. And it was just something different and something that wasn't just a weekly grindfest, and hopefully there will be raid like this in the future of the game that will be able to actually match the greatness of Ulduar.
Bran Bronzebeard's forces assaulted the gates of Ulduar. They battled the Iron Lords and their cursed minions.
Evasive action! Evasive action!
He won't stop talking about this presence he felt, permeating the great halls, stirring in their minds, chilling their blood. He said, the horror that the Titans imprisoned so long ago, Yogg-Saron, has awakened.
So that is all I have for this list. Of course, this doesn't mean that the other raids sucked or anything like that. This is just my opinion on them from my own perspective. But anyways, which raids do you like the most and you thought were the best ones in the game? And also give some reasons why. And also don't forget to leave